funny because Cam Ward and Shador have the same measurables to a T. They like both 6'1", 210, 212.
All right, so nah.
Shador, Cam Ward, and uh Caleb Williams are all like the same height and weight.
Look, man, they good. Hey, man, they got it. They got it, brother. I can't tell the people what to do with their money.
Man, shout out to Genty, man.
Facts.
The Raiders just said, forget it. We're gonna have Genty. Genty already said that his mentor that he been kicking it with and chopping it up with is Marshawn Lynch,
Of course.
and that's just what's been going on. So shout out to Genty for going to the Raiders.
To the
Um,
Raiders.
the Raiders do have a couple second round picks, so
Okay.
Shador maybe or maybe
All right,
I'm
kids.
pretty
Here we
sure
go.
Shador gonna probably have to sit. That's
So Peter Schrager, we gonna pull this up next to Peter Schrager shit so we can get through this pretty fast too and actually start talking through these players and these little teams, these little picks. Teams we should just stop on. We definitely gonna talk about um the Jags,
yeah, because
Raiders,
Brian Robinson Jr.
um,
And Travis Hunter going. Hey man, don't let the Jacksonville turn around and get like a. Hey man, don't let Jacksonville get a corner. Realistically, who should Indianapolis should they draft a second or third string quarterback or potentially first string quarterback?
okay, hold on, I have to write some notes. Um, all right, well, first before we get to there, because you said okay, so Indy QB situation. Because I know you don't like Anthony Richardson, that's fine. Again, I
Like
think
as a person?
you just but well, so let's get into this. Let's get into this because I think this is gonna give us the
Okay.
opportunity to reveal some of these same things. So Cam Ward going number one.
Okay.
I ain't necessarily been like
You've been so low on him since since Ohio since Washington State, and then you was like mad
well,
because he was.
no, no, not even that. At Washington State, I didn't know who the nigga was. So again, for the nigga to make a jump from niggas didn't know who he was to now the nigga got drafted number one overall in the draft.
Had a good year.
Yeah, okay. But again, like usually had a good year mean get him in the playoffs, and in the ACC you could have get him in the playoffs, but it's because there's one quarterback who niggas respect his daddy, but they not trying to deal with that shit again because then it's a black pipeline of these type of quarterbacks now, like the Mannings. They could say what team they not going to, so we got to throw somebody out there. But again, like I said, you could look at the narrative and say, okay, well, is the NFL subliminally protecting him because why the fuck are we sending him to the Titans with no weapons and nothing and no line?
The Titans, right? You just there in Nashville, and they're gonna be like, "Come on, boy, let's make us
So
win."
So
And then
again, right,
we'll be
this
out.
whole battle that they just made these niggas go through, right? Dion, if he really talks to Shador, he telling him, do not worry about that shit at all. Now, the fact that you fell all the way out the first round, all right, that's the NFL humbling you, humbling me. The Giants, it's funny that I was thinking about that today. It was funny that niggas thought he was going to the Giants after his daddy made his whole career. Like one of his biggest things in his career was the fact that he told the Giants, I ain't gonna be there for y'all. I hope you didn't think your son was getting drafted by them.
So they was like, "We ain't gonna be there for him." I know.
And niggas act like they was the whole time. So I just feel like with Cam Ward, he can possibly be good, but he's more of a player that again, like so many of these guys, I feel like you draft him to the Rams, right? You draft him to let me see who's further down on this
Tampa,
list. Tampa, yeah, the
like to be
Rams,
like
Tampa.
to like hold a clipboard for a couple years, and then after
Um,
Baker, I mean, I feel like Baker's gonna be like another version
Dallas,
of Matthew
Miami.
Stafford, where he played for like a minute. I feel like
But
Baker gonna play for a minute.
yeah, yeah, hell yeah. But you heard me, Dallas, Miami, right? I could see him going there too.
Miami would have been perfect, but I mean, Tua and him is so close in age.
Because again, Chris, this is what I'm saying, and I'm gonna pull up his numbers. Are you gonna tell me that when of what you've watched in the history of the NFL, um, Cam Ward is a first round draft pick quarterback? You gonna really be real with me and say after all the years that you watched football that Cam Ward is the number one overall pick at quarterback that you have watched? And I think again we could hit that your phrase that you done coined that I use a lot, intellectually dishonest. That's real intellectually dishonest to say that Cam Ward is the number one quarterback for the number one overall pick based on what people see in him as a quarterback in the dudes we done watched. Like that's crazy.
Um, I will say this. I think he was a quarterback drafted off of
Niggas hate Deion, son.
no.
#1 overall. I just feel like
No,
Shador. Not now.
like,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pop your shit. Go ahead. Let me be quiet.
being realistic, why the fuck, man? This man, I hate Alex Grinch, man. He just set USC back like 30 years. How they had the white D tackle that got drafted from Michigan. Now this the black one, Kenneth Grant. He just got drafted, and literally as one of his most favorable highlights, it just says destroyed USC. Anyways, though, but
Yeah. Okay. So
I
tell
think
me. Tell
Cam.
me.
I
Yeah.
think Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward has the traits. They were saying that basically they were saying that basically he has the traits of a Steve McNair. Um, they said he had the traits of a Patrick Mahomes. That whole sort of thing. And they were saying basically now dudes will guess on somebody and bet on somebody in the hopes that he could turn into a Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
Like that's like the whole thing. Like, but it's like if you watch Patrick Mahomes was on a way worse team and got to a bowl game, and in the bowl game was running for his life, but they were still scoring. And then he just went under the radar. And not to mention Patrick Mahomes I'm not saying that Cam Moore don't know his playbook. I'm just saying Patrick Mahomes in terms of like playbook wise, Patrick Mahomes is like that's one of his most underrated things. He is very smart. He can read coverages back and forth. Like when you watch Patrick Mahomes, he be reading the hell out of it. He be reading the safety and the front side line DN at the same time. He be doing a zone read, but also watching the safety at the corner of his eye. But then when the DN crash, he'll just abort the play, pull it, and run for 20. 12.
No, he sometimes run for 22 though.
12 is more realistic. 20 is like if he went out of bounds, then stopped and turned up and then left.
Yeah,
But
just was out of there. Yeah.
that's my point. I mean, I'm not saying Cam Moore can't do that. I actually have a good feeling about Cam Moore. I think Cam Moore is going to be okay, but I just don't know. If he like a big question mark. I just don't know. But then at the same time, though, if we go to the second pick, we're just gonna go right off of that and go straight to Travis Hunter.
Hold on. My last thing I'm gonna say, because you can see my screen, right? I'm finna show this, even though I was not finna do this, because I just am trying to get away from us ending up being so fucking small on the screen because we screen share. But it's a point to the madness, so we finna go with that shit.
The Colts took Tyler Warren. That was a good pickup
Oh,
for them.
maybe that's okay. So this would it look like when we screen share like this? I guess. I guess it's. Oh man, I don't fucking know. Anyway, all right. So you were saying
They showed his low lights where he was doing two. They were saying basically he could either be Steve McNair or he could be Carson Wentz. Like we don't know which way he going.
that's crazy. Steve McNair and Carson Wentz is a fucking crazy ass spectrum, my nigga. What?
Hey man,
And again, okay, so this is one of my big things, right? And we're gonna clip this. This for sure gonna get clipped up. Chris, I believe in this. You know what I believe. I think I've shared with you that I believe that again, one of the factors of a quarterback, just like you would tell me a D lineman. They was talking about this. We're gonna get to the D lineman. I think Shamar Stewart, who went to the Bengals, how he got 4 sacks in 3.5 years or whatever as
but
a D
his but
tackle.
but but his measurables and his combine was so good. They was like, hopefully it works out.
Exactly. All his measurables in his combine was actually fucking insane. And then off top, within that, he played so many different places. Like you was talking about that lineman from Alabama as a D lineman, it brings up his value. But again, for me, it's like that's two dudes that played in the SC fucking C. They played in the SEC. Cam Ward, to me, I look at the ACC and feel like the ACC is the weakest conference of college football. They got blown out worse
Nah,
than
it's not
wait, wait,
weaker.
wait, wait,
It's
wait, wait,
not
wait,
weaker
wait,
than
wait. No, no, no. Of the Power Five conferences, they for sure the worst.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's weaker than Conference USA
They worse than they worse. They only
and,
better than Conference USA because they got more money over there. But Conference
and
USA,
Big 12.
I mean, we could look. Let's look up the record.
So you saying like they better than the Big 12?
They for sure better
That
than the
meaning
Big 12.
worse.
Yes, right now, yeah, Big 12 is better. I ain't gonna count. To me, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I'm not
But
mad at that.
but again, like I just feel like at the end of the day, the biggest thing is I just feel like the level of competition that he played against, to say that we're gonna make it all about his whole overcoming and coming all the way up from the bottom to the top journey. When you look at, again, like even shit like that, like I'm looking at this and I'm saying, like, we already talked about this. Like, you're not doing this against the top. You're not doing this against Max Crosby and shit.
But keep it. But if okay, but I know what you're saying about narrative. But keep it like X's and O's. What do you see in his game where you feel like he not going to succeed?
I don't think that he has the athleticism to. Again, I think the ACC is not that good. I don't think that he has the athleticism to run past NFL pros. I don't think that he has the at the actual arm strength and skill like that to stand in the pocket and play nonchalant against NFL players that we watch destroy the best players in the league. Like, you gonna tell me he got better arm talent and ability to throw than Matthew Stafford, who get destroyed every game? You're crazy.
Better.
You're crazy. But again, this is what I'm saying. How you gonna play now? You can play nonchalant against the Pac-12 and go to the ACC. You can't do that playing against real competition.
Well, he in the
Them D lines and the D lines in the ACC ain't worth shit. How many ACC D linemen got drafted in the first round?
no, this year, none. I mean,
None. How many got drafted in the first round last year?
I think Clemson might have had one. Maybe. Clemson ain't really been had no D lineman in a minute. Florida State used to have no. Florida State. Florida State D lineman went number one last year, like pick 9 or something, to Jacksonville. Jared
Right.
Verse,
Jared
yeah.
Verse, again, that don't really
Fizz,
count. I ain't gonna cap. I don't Loki don't count Jared Verse because he a transfer baby. So all
Fizz.
right, that's Jared Verse. Jared Verse and Braden Fish. All right, they both went to the same team. Then it's second round, and then it's third. So again, they not producing no good D linemen, and he didn't even play against them.
No, last year that year he was in Washington State going against Colorado. I think he should have just stayed at Washington State. Really,
Nah, he wouldn't have got drafted
I
first
think he
overall.
would have stayed at Washington State.
Nah, he wouldn't have got drafted first overall staying at Washington State.
No, I'm saying I think he would have stayed at Washington State if he um if the Pac-12 didn't get blew up.
And again, that's the thing too. See, it came in this season and it was like, okay, he's a second round pick last year at the end of the season, and he came back for this. This just means that Shador didn't prove what he needed to prove to be the first pick. I don't know, Chris. You look at this and you say, yeah, he gonna do this on Sundays. You see this play right here, and you look at this and you say he gonna do this on Sundays for a touchdown against NFL defense. This is good. No.
When it's players who create on the run, like, well, okay, how about this? What is his
Was
highlights
Johnny
when he
Manziel doing that in the NFL? Because again, look at the fundamentals and the way he threw this ball for the interception, and this is what the reality of the NFL is.
1, 2, 3 stop throw?
No, 1, 2, 3, stop off your back foot, throw the ball like Jay Cutler. Also, snap, hold the ball out, and then throw the ball late. But I got the arm strength because I think these niggas is trash because I'm Cam Ward, so it's gonna go over a nigga head, and he did. I think Xavier Restrepo really was gonna catch this. That's a horrible decision.
Yeah, and it was behind.
So I'm
But I
like,
mean,
so.
he might have been trying to throw a back shoulder. I really don't know.
But again, so is we telling us as we go into the next pick that he suddenly gonna lock in and become like all of this gonna go away just because it's the NFL? Like, oh yeah, he was just playing around with them boys. Yeah, that sounds crazy too.
Okay, let's move on to let's move on to pick 2 because let's move on to pick 2, man.
Because again, though, like on
Oh,
some
wait. Let me ask you this question.
do you think it's
Do you think that because I was watching, they were saying that a lot of teams have Shador and uh Quinn Ewers like the same in terms of how they view them,
mhm.
even if we don't like. So now they like, well, if I don't gotta go get Shador when I can go get Quinn Ewers, or I can get the Oregon quarterback. The Oregon quarterback, it's almost like he's not even in the draft no more. It's like he went
I
like they
mean, I
don't
wouldn't
even.
say that it's early though. That's the thing. I think,
I'm
like I
saying like
said,
in terms of media coverage, they didn't even say his name.
nah, I don't think it's that. Like, I think so. Again, that's what I was noticing, especially as we go into pick number 2, right? Right, perfect chance to go to number 2 and start to talk about number 2. You was like, why they didn't trade, and then you was kind of like talking about Cleveland needing a quarterback. That's the thing they got, which is what the first thing I wanted to, the last thing I wanted to say about Cam
That's
Ward.
true. You're right. Because what is the Oregon quarterback's name? I always forget his
Dylan
name.
Gabriel.
I was about to call him Dan Gilbert. Dylan
Uh,
Gabriel
mhm.
could go to Cleveland in the second round, and like they could just have him there, or I wouldn't see. I wouldn't want to see him in Cleveland because I feel like he need to be kind of like Seattle or I don't know the
See,
Rams.
I think all the whole stuff about a quarterback and where they need to be is bullshit at the end of the day. Because realistically, when we don't sat back and actually watch football, don't none of that shit matter, nigga. Because when it come down to it, when it really get cold and shit, I watched Jalen Hurts throw the ball like 6 times. I watched Jimmy G in the perfectly good weather in San Francisco throw the ball literally like actually 6 times in the playoff game. So again, we make all
And
this
then I
shit
turn
up.
around and see Patrick Mahomes in 20-degree weather throw it 60 times.
Yeah, that's a different situation though. And again, that has nothing to do with that's just the play calling in the situation. Like,
You know what I'm saying? It'd be cold in Kansas City, and they really go out there in a playoff game, and he'll throw the ball 40 times.
but again, that's just what he gonna do anyway, or they gonna choose to do based on the game plan. But this is my last thing. It's a cultural currency in quarterbacks fucking up. Niggas get to say that they predicted the quarterback, but they also get to tear him down and say the nigga was trash and all of this and make their name off of a quarterback. Don't let it be lost on you
Oh,
that
like
Cam
that
Ward.
dude last year. What was that dude last year? I forgot his name.
Who?
He has like a really stern look, and he not Ken Wisenhunt. What is his name? I can't remember his name, but he was like Caleb Williams ain't that good. And then they were saying he made his name because he the one who predicted that Mr. Brisky wouldn't be good. So then that was like his whole resume, and it was like okay, so then what happens when you're wrong? When you're wrong, they just go into the ether and it's like they ain't said nothing. Like all the like Chris Carter was like when Patrick Mahomes got drafted, Chris Carter was like, "What do you get drafted that high for? He ain't even that good. He don't even like he know what he doing out there in Texas Tech. He used to run in circles. He like Johnny Manziel with a curly wig. Like that's how they was talking. And now Chris Carter is not nowhere to be found. And I hope he okay because he used to get whoopings.
You know,
I know y'all seen that clip. Now you got to clip it. I know y'all seen that clip where he was like, "Mom, you were wrong. You shouldn't have did me like that." And he was on NFL. He was on ESPN or one of them shows, and they was crying. They was talking about something else. He's like, "You shouldn't have
is
did
you
me like
turning this into niggas had a cry session and Mike and Chris Carter got in the camera tripping like.
that. You were wrong. You shouldn't have beat me." Like it was crazy. But nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about them calling RG3 a cornball brother. And then it's like he not a cornball brother, but he corn on the cob on the side.
All right, man. So look,
All right, all right, all right.
Travis Hunter, man. I thought this was an interesting pick because again, for example, Peter Schrager on his shit apparently had Travis Hunter going number 2 at the pick, but the Jaguars ended up making that trade to get him from.
Shout out to the Jags.
Yeah,
They,
how what you
the
think about
Jags. I
that?
mean, I think the Jags are trying to secure their team, their future. They like we got. They really hit on a receiver last year. Like we not gonna act
Mm.
like we not gonna act like they didn't
Brian
hit on the
Thomas
receiver.
was out there getting it in though.
Though,
Doe, like Homer Simpson, doe.
yeah. So go ahead and go watch them Brian Tom them Brian go ahead and watch them highlights and see he was getting off. He like a 6'4", like he like a bigger version of
He's
like
6'3", 209, and had 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. The niggas was on my TV this week talking about Trevor Lawrence. They trying to get rid of him, gonna get rid of him for Shador.
mm, they just paid him, so that would be hustling backwards.
I mean, they everybody swear niggas gonna hit their quarterback with the Jared Goff plan. Yeah, bro, nah, man. Like I remember we was talking and you talking about Malik Neighbors and all this other stuff. Malik Neighbors balled out too again, like and he more
Yeah,
popping. But again, Malik Neighbors is crazy though, because he did 109 catches though. Is ridiculous. He did
yeah.
109 catches, 1,204
And he didn't
yards.
even play all the
Yeah, he
games.
didn't play all the games, and he had 7 touchdowns. My boy Brian Thomas though did 87 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's the other thing though.
They had the
Travis
same.
Hunter,
They had the same season.
Travis Hunter got drafted to a team that'll let him play both ways.
Travis, man, the Jacksonville Jaguars are letting him be like the kick return, punt return. I wouldn't be surprised if they use him on special teams. It doesn't make sense why you shouldn't. Like I mean, maybe not all the time, but I would kind of want to see because if you notice, like Travis Hunter never returned kicks at Colorado. I kind of would like to see how he looked returning kicks. But then it's like if you're doing too much,
Chris,
put him on special teams too.
Chris, that nigga ain't never played special teams. He is a grown ass man. See, here go niggas want to do some Madden shit with a grown ass man and wonder why his ACL explode into 50,000 pieces like Chip does.
Like, oh, you want to play both ways? Play all three ways.
Like he never even did that. Nigga, Chris just want to see this. Chris, man, see, this is what I'm saying, man. Y'all got to pay attention to Chris as this go on. Chris will let you know which niggas he want to see fail. He'll have a nigga really doing some shit that don't even ain't even realistic to
What
football. He
you
said niggas
mean?
gonna cover. He said niggas Travis Hunter gonna cover Tyreek Hill all game 1-on-1, no breaks, no sideline, no Gatorade, no oxygen, nothing. Just all game, just chasing the niggas Gator sideline to the water bucket, everything.
And then turn around and get pressed by Jalen Ramsey same game, and
Come
then
on, and they only that's only two players that the damn Dolphins got. They ain't
yeah,
got no more players no more.
he's probably gonna end up in Denver.
I don't know, man.
Don't let
It's
him go to
looking
Denver.
it's looking like Travis Hunter gonna be playing offense and defense because I don't even know who Parker Washington is for the Jaguars, who is listed as a number two receiver, and a slot receiver position is open, which I didn't know that. And they number two corner position is open because Tyson Campbell is the number one. I don't know who Montrack Brown is, or Jarian Jones is, or DeAndre Prince. That's the other three corners. So he definitely will be playing both ways for the
DeAndre
Jaguars.
Prince sound like a corner.
Yeah.
He
He would
sound like
definitely be playing both ways for the Jaguars. They only got one other receiver besides Brian Thomas.
that's why they drafted him.
That's crazy. No, that's gonna be lit. He really gonna be playing both ways. That's
And
crazy.
even Florida.
By way of Atlanta, back.
Shout out, he really he shout out to Dion.
Come
And
on.
my thing is, dang. So if they doing this to Shador, then
Yeah, Shiloh not
I
getting drafted. We could leave that
don't gonna
alone.
be he gonna
Yeah, we could leave that alone. We could just talk about who Shiloh gonna get picked up as a restricted free agent. I mean, as a free agent draft pick, because ain't nobody picking Shiloh. It's crazy. No disrespect. It's crazy. Michael Sam and Tim Tebow gonna get drafted before Shiloh. It's
whoa
crazy.
whoa 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 wait hold on.
Stop. Because see, right now, today in 2025, y'all, I'm gonna have to do this to you. Chris wanna act like he a Michael Sam supporter. You talk the craziest about the nigga, man. So you ain't finna turn around and whoa, whoa, whoa. You can whoa, whoa, whoa for Tim Tebow. You can't whoa, whoa, whoa for Michael Sam.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing about Michael Sam. I was gonna talk about Jerry Rice's son.
He trash too.
But he got drafted.
He got drafted because niggas like Jerry Rice and niggas hate Dion.
But my saying same era, same legendary status play dad, but the difference is one dad is just cool. He go on the Popeyes commercial and he let the chicken spin on the
Whoa,
rotisserie.
whoa, 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 whoa. I know you did not just say that Jerry Rice cooler than Dion.
No, I didn't say that. I'm talking about cool, like oh, the like I'm thinking like when the white lady say, "Oh, it's Jerry?" Oh, he's like, "Hey," and then Dion's like, "What's up? You know my name is. What's my theme music? Where your son at? Your son don't play nothing.
No, but he
I put
don't.
my
Come
glasses
on,
on and I
man.
do my
Nah,
dance."
nah, 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 man. Niggas trying to slander my boy now, man. Come on, dog.
Nah, nah, I'm no, but
Brendan Rice. I'm typing Jerry Rice Jr. It's Brendan Rice.
it's Brendan Rice. But I mean, if it was Jerry Rice Jr., then he might have got he might have his life might have went different. Shit. I mean, Brendan Rice, I don't think gets any burn for the Chargers.
He just in the league because they respect and they care for Jerry Rice,
And
and so
then
he got drafted.
and then he gonna be like, "Oh, I work for the 49ers as an intern or something."
He had 1,800 yards in total in his career, 21 touchdowns. His most GRs he had in the season was 791 with Caleb his last year.
And Caleb was feeding him. They really Caleb. They instead of honestly, they should have drafted him instead of Roma Dunze.
Come on, yeah, no, no, no. He got drafted in the seventh round, 225. Shiloh for sure ain't getting drafted.
Oh shit! And that's still with your daddy.
Yeah, they still use daddy clearance on that one. Yeah, he ain't
And that,
getting
no, and that's
drafted.
the double whammy because he went to USC and the NFL low key like USC football players. Like USC, even if you like average and you went to USC and you started and you like decent, you still low key gonna get drafted. That's why USC got the most draft picks of any college.
No, that's a fact.
The U
Man,
NFL love USC.
okay, so what else do the Jaguars need to really maybe kind of
I
again.
would like, okay, so now I'm also happy because since Travis Hunter plays for the Jags will definitely get more Thursday night, Monday night situation because I don't think they had any, maybe one. And then Trevor Lawrence got his whole block knocked off. They need to draft some more. They need to draft a right tackle, left tackle situation. And my thing is, I sound ignorant because I don't really know what they need, but I'm just gonna say they need a low lineman because maybe interior, maybe a left guard, maybe a center. They need something because Trevor Lawrence and they also Trevor. No more design rollouts for Trevor Lawrence. Every time he roll out, he like a horse got loose. Then here come and it's like the D line comes swarming, the linebackers come swarming, and then he don't know how to let the ball go, and then he get popped. Keep Trevor Lawrence. I need Trevor Lawrence to run the same like scheme as like Tampa. Well, that's why they got oh boy. That's why
But
they
he
got.
can move though. He did that in
I
college.
know, but he don't need to.
I mean, nah, in this day and age, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what getting niggas fucked
No,
up. In this day and
he
age,
can
brother.
move. He can move, but it needs to be like okay, he rolled out. I don't want him. I don't want him in the zone remix no more. I don't want him with the mesh pulling. I really don't. Me personally, I think Trevor Lawrence needs to put put that knee up in the shotgun and he 5 yards off the ball and he like take two steps back and he throwing short and they moving it. Travis Hunter on a drag, get the ball and turn it up and Brian Robinson doing his deep outs and shit. Like I don't need Trevor Lawrence in a 3-step drop with his lanky self doing the like the 3 to 5. No, he need to be in a 5 yard
Chris,
shotgun.
what quarterback do you think this nigga is? Hey, nah. Hey, nah. We gonna have to work on this with you, brother. We gonna have to. You see a nigga get knocked out one time, prospectively, and somehow now the nigga need to stay in the pocket all day like he Tua Tagovailoa. That's crazy.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence get out the pocket is scaring me. Tua out the pocket is like I gotta turn the TV off.
Again, why does Trevor Lawrence out of the pocket scare you? He done had 300 yards rushing basically each of the last what's it called? Each of the last what 2, 3 seasons, and he only really rushed the ball like 70 times.
Well, then he need to slide more or something.
This is the first time he ever got hit.
We'll just keep it that way. Keep it that way.
Uh, I think at the end of the day, though, yeah,
Like
we're gonna
I
have
don't want to
less
see Mac Jones up in there.
that part though. But again, oh boy did blast him though too. Like it's really
It's
he
the
it's about
league.
to
This
it's
like
about
I mean
again and you as boom. Let's go back to number one pick
everybody
overall.
has
Yeah,
their
number
welcome
two.
to the NFL moment. What's Travis Hunter gonna be?
See again, you notice that y'all notice that hate. Y'all notice that hate where he goes straight to some other niggas and
We
not to
on
the niggas.
Jacksonville. You see what I'm saying? We on Jacksonville. You talking about you trying to
No,
push a narrative that
you
ain't
talking
there.
about people getting knocked out and welcome to the NFL moments with people who more athletic than the nigga who went number one overall to the team who don't got no weapons. Who he gonna throw to? Who he gonna hand it to? What he gonna do when he gonna run? We just seen Will Levis getting fucked up every game, and y'all think Cam Ward finna be chilling? All right, anyway, back to the number two overall
I'm
pick.
surprised. To be honest with you, I'm surprised Tennessee didn't fire their coach. Really,
Anyway, and again, people look at Cam Ward getting picked. Like Cam Ward getting picked number one overall is like a good story, family and family story and shit like that. I'd be fucking pissed off today. Like, yeah, you living your wildest dream, nigga, but yeah, that irrational confidence, crazy, nigga. You're not bringing that back.
you,
I'll be here
you
to
feel
look
like
dead in the.
Tennessee. You feel like Tennessee just
I'll
like
be here to look dead in the camera in 5 years, Chris. If the Tennessee Titans is on some shit, there won't be. I promise you.
maybe he can be on some Vince Young.
No, he's not.
Maybe they can get Chris Johnson and the Vince Young situation back. And next thing you know, they got Kenny Britt.
That's the
And
police coming to arrest you.
they got Kenny Britt, and because Tennessee was that team back in
They on
oh
the way if you can't hear.
Kenny Britt.
He at his house in Ladera. He over there with with Mrs. Proud. So just don't do nothing to her, but get Chris though, cause he talking crazy.
Oh shit! What time is it?
It's 12. We ain't gonna get through all these picks. We finna just
We
jump
not.
past. We finna just jump past some of these picks. Honestly, 'cause I don't give a fuck about some of these picks. Abdul Carter, all right, good pick. If
That
he
means
turns
Kayvon
into
Thibodeau is probably going. Okay, but
damn, hey, the police low key is chasing somebody. Oh, I'm playing. Hey, the hood is high. Hey, they done going back and forth through here like 2 or 3 times. That means somebody literally driving around here. Damn. Uh, I mean, it could mean Kayvon Thibodeau is gone, but I mean they again either way. Kayvon Thibodeau, you better get 12 to 14 sacks this year, and your ass still probably
Nah,
gone.
because his back, I don't even know why. To be honest, they got Abdul Carter. They didn't even really need Abdul Carter because Kayvon Thibodeau's backup was a D lineman from Georgia
First of
who
all,
had
no, 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 no.
who did good last year. I
No, no,
don't know
no, 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 no. Let's not. There's something we're forgetting. Kayvon Thibodeau is definitely gone.
because they got Brian
Yes,
Burns.
sir. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, right on the wall. Unfortunately, all right. Will Campbell, good pickup for
Kayvon Thibodeau would do really good in like
the
Chargers.
Panthers.
Yeah,
You
the
don't,
Panthers.
yeah, man. Come on, man. Start sending the players to your team,
The
brother. This
Bengals.
how
No,
I got. This how
the
man.
Bengals.
Start
The,
sending players to your team. This how the Rams ended up being good out of nowhere on the low. Like I started being like, yeah, we gonna get Odell. We gonna get Von Miller, and then look up Super Bowl. Drake made. I would have liked them to pick like a skill. I don't like this. Like I honestly, I understand the Will Campbell pick, but like Mike Vrabel think he's slick, nigga. You ain't proved that you Bill Belichick. This nigga is not Taylor Lewan, even though that's who they going. That's basically who they got. They just drafted another Taylor Lewan with Will Campbell. He's like the same shit.
okay. So he got more of a country accent, and Taylor Lewan is like more West Coast
But again,
sounding
just remember
wise.
the player though. Remember the role he fit in the spot. Like he fit pretty good. Mason Graham, you say you didn't like this pick.
No, Mason Graham is good, but I just like if Mason Graham would have went to the Steelers, I would have been like, "That's a great pick. That's a great pick," because the Steelers is the culture, and he was in Michigan, and he's good. But he went to the Browns, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but the Browns, they could have drafted a running back. I mean, they right now Nick Chubb
Why
is a free agent. Right now Nick Chubb is a free agent because
why
Nick Chubb
you
is.
why you be wanting to sensationalize all these little picks and shit?
Like if the Browns took Genty, would you be mad at that?
Yes, that's stupid.
I think that the Seattle Seahawks pick was the most.
The Browns situation is crazy because they have to figure out what they're going to do overall with all of this. Half of these players could not even be here in a year and a half. So again, like Deshaun Watson, Jerome Ford, Jerry Judy, David
Jerry
Njoku,
Judy will probably be there.
no, Jerry Judy, Dewad Jones, Joe Antonio, Ethan Postage, Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin. That you don't draft a quarterback or a running back with that number 1 overall.
So what should the Browns do?
What they just did and go add another D lineman to go with Myles Garrett. They got that good ass secondary. They got Myles Garrett. Like, go get the
I
quarterback.
honestly you're right because I think they should pick that. Their next two picks should be D linemen.
Like,
If
if we finna get,
Miles
if we
Garrett,
finna go out
No,
here,
I think Miles Garrett. If Miles, do you pay Miles Garrett all that money, and Miles Garrett can also put himself into a mentor role and just have the whole D line on his weight program and just be like, "This is the Miles Garrett program," and everybody look crazy,
like
and
Aaron Donald.
the whole D line just start beating people up. They might it might be 10-3, but the other team running back out for 3 weeks.
But again, like they got a good serviceable defense. If you keep building up that D line, now when you turn around on the offensive end, okay, what we do if we do come into a quarterback, we do figure it out, whatever it is. Like again, still can get a quarterback later, and that's what I'm saying. Like first round, number 1 pick with the quarterback. Nah, trade back to number 5, get you a good solid interior D lineman like a Jalen Carter possible type of spot usable player with again a guy like Myles Garrett, and then you turn around and you say, I can still get Jackson Dart in the second round. I can still get Shador in the second round. I can still get Milrow. I can still get Will Campbell. I can still get Will Howard. I can still get Riley Leonard. Again, like the sensationalization of throwing quarterback in the first round is almost kind of fucked up if they threw Cam Ward in there by himself. It looked like he gonna fail. This is one of them drafts where you look and they say generational, generational, but
So
that number 1 pick though.
you feel like Tennessee is the hardest place to win right now.
Yes,
Why? Because
definitely.
they don't. Because it's like they just don't
Who the
care. Or
receiver?
they got touched. They
No,
got
you gonna say the name, but yeah, like just go ahead, yeah.
from Arkansas. I forgot what is his
Come
name.
on, and that's not even the number 1 receiver.
Oh,
They had
Burks. They
Nick.
got Traylon Burks. They got
Come on, see who the running back? They gonna
Bengals.
draft all the niggas this year? They the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s? Stop. Who the tight end? They ain't had a tight end since Delaney Walker.
I
Yeah,
don't
Cam
really
Ward went into a fucked
know.
up situation though, but I respect him because he really gonna try and G that shit up. They finna beat the brakes off him though.
All I know is Tennessee is one of them franchises that they be sorry, then they get lucky, then they just
We
start
gotta
getting
have a
really good.
coach. Gotta have a coach. Jeff Fisher and they have Rabel. What you think about Genty to that seemed to be the most like everybody actually knew that pick before Cam Ward though. Like everybody knew number 6 was going up 2, 3 months ago.
Because Genty had a really good season, and then on top of that, Genty also the Raiders need a running back. I mean, Pete Carroll likes to run the ball. Then it's like once they got
Mm,
Geno, once they traded it for Geno and did all that, I was like, yeah,
mm.
they going because Geno they were saying Geno needs a good run game.
Which he never had in Seattle neither. And he got a
That's
good tight end too.
they got the best tight end.
It's crazy that
He not the best. He
he
like
one
top
of them.
three.
He top 5 for sure. It's crazy that Tyler Lockett didn't go over there.
Tyler Lockett agent probably just woke up
Mm,
out of his sleep and was like, he got traded.
there you go. There's a receiver. Yeah, that's actually perfect for Cam Ward too, because that's perfect for him. I can't wait to see this. I don't believe. No, they're gonna have to prove this to me. I think they just drafted Johnny Manziel type shit.
I think Tampa Bay gonna win the division
Hmm.
for the NFC South this upcoming.
Armand Mimbu. Who is the quarterback for the Jets, bro?
It's gonna be Justin Fields.
Oh, okay.
We don't
All
know
right.
the jury is out, but they giving him a chance.
Mr. Carolina Panthers, man, your time has come, brother. My team don't pick in the first round at all. Like we the Super Bowl champions every fucking year, so I don't. Got me grunting like DMX and shit. I done lost my fucking
The,
page. I'm so mad. Hold
the
on.
Panthers are probably gonna. Unfortunately, I don't see them winning the NFC South because the Panthers defense was terrible. The Panthers was defense was last place last year. They gave up 225 passing yards a game on average, which is a lot. They was just terrible. I honestly, and then in both of the safeties they had last year, they got rid of both safeties because they was just like Xavier Woods and the other safety. I can't remember his name. And then on top of that, why is Gilly always showing up somewhere with that hat on?
And I know that had Musty.
Nah, man. I mean, I don't got. It's not my. It's not. I ain't me. But if Gilly was like, "Come on, Chris, let me be up in there with the hat on," I'd have been like, "Listen, man, I don't even know you like that. I don't even know none of your songs. I know. Uh, you was ghostwriting for Lil Wayne allegedly, and then Lil Wayne said I could write better without you, and now you just wearing a big hat, showing up to parades.
Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard, Territo McMillan, Adam Thielen, Xavier Lee,
Adam,
Xavier,
okay, so that's the
Xavier
problem.
Leggett. They got Xavier. No, stop. See, man, he finna do it again. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna let you do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say something crazy.
That's the problem.
Go ahead. Say something crazy.
I think that they should have drafted not Territory McMillan, but they should have got Matthew Golden. And I think it's because they just need more speed, man.
He
Adam
scored
Thielen
five
is
touchdowns
good.
last
Adam
year.
Thielen is good, but it's just like the Panthers need more speed.
He scored 5 touchdowns and had 651 yards last year. Come on, man. Put some respect on that nigga name. And only
I just said
50.
he's good, but I said they need more speed.
They don't have protection for speed.
Okay, well then don't draft Territory McMillan. Draft Kelvin Ebanks, whatever the left tackle from Texas. I'm surprised they didn't draft him. And then turn around in the next year's draft or trade for they could have traded for Stephon Diggs. They could have maybe not Stephon. I mean, Stephon probably wouldn't have went there anyways. But they could have traded for um they could have picked up a Mecca Ibuka. They got Territory McMillan, so I'm like, okay, as a number one receiver off the board, I'm like Mecca Ibuka, Matthew Golden. Um I don't know, man. The whole Territory McMillan is good, but there's a lot of other receivers that they could have used.
I honestly think that overall, Xavier Leggett is going to be a better number 1 receiver than him because I think you can do more with Xavier Leggett in the pros than you can with him. Territory McMillan not going to be dunking on
That's
niggas
why
like
I
that
said a
shit
Mecca
like that.
Ibuka or a Matthew Golden, because at least Matthew.
But uh huh.
No, I'm saying Matthew Golden, because you know how the reason his highlights didn't look like that because he was running all them clear out routes because he was so fast. He was running seams and shit and
Golden,
taking a safety with him so they could run like a post behind them, shit like that, right?
Matthew Golden.
Yes. He was running a lot of clear out routes where he would like come out the backfield and take the safety with him because he was so fast and like all that type of shit.
Nah,
Honestly, I mean,
the
on top of
NFL
that,
fucked up, man.
Isaiah Bond and all them, they still like chilling. I mean, I don't know which receiver was that who he
And
was.
again, that's what's gonna happen though. The Titans for sure gonna keep surrounding him with more players. I just look at it like this too, because I'm gonna just get off of that.
Titans might tell him the Titans might add he might get his every receptor back.
No, legitimately. You know, I was just thinking that. So I look at this and I say this too, as we can kind of speed through now, because Kelvin Banks, don't nobody give a fuck what the Saints doing, but again, I get it. Colson Loveland, you was talking about that blocking tight end,
He's not,
um,
he's a receiver tight end.
from Michigan.
Yeah, he has the record for the most receiving yards for a tight end in Michigan history, and like he
So
was
he's Jake Butt if he didn't hurt his knee.
and what is I just don't know
Remember him?
who.
Jake Butt from Michigan. Remember he was a first good ass tight end when Harbaugh had him, but he hurt his
Oh
knee.
yeah,
Him
yeah.
and Jalen Smith got hurt at like the same time.
Also, Colston Loveland is 6'6", 245.
Hmm.
So
But again, so I will say that
yeah, Drew Vicious.
I think this, yeah. I think this. I will say for us, and a little bit of a start of our recap. I think when you look at like Cam Ward going down, for example, like I think what gets lost in this is the sensationalization of quarterbacks going in whatever spots, skill position players going in whatever spots, right? When you got to look at the draft in its totality, the Titans are in such a fucked up situation that they had no choice but to pick this, and they low key shouldn't have picked this.
Well, they
You
just
had a
like
quarterback last year that you just picked in the first round 2 years ago, and you saw that didn't solve your problems,
Tennessee
right?
Titans have the second pick of the second round.
Then it's like you look at the Jaguars, right? They got multiple holes in two different spots where you could take a high round player. But again, being able to take a dude like Travis Hunter as we go through the first 10, like being able to take a dude like Travis Hunter, I don't know if you will agree, but again, it gives you the ability to also do what they always want to do in Jacksonville, which is sell tickets, but also authentically try this out. And they still can turn around and go take another player to take that pressure off. They can still go
Hey,
take a high level corner.
hey, the Bears have the 38th pick, low key. That's like the fifth pick of the second round. That's an interesting spot for the Bears. The Bears have the 39th and 41st pick, back to back. So
Abdul and Will Carter, we talking about those ones. Brown, we talked about Mason Graham, Ashton Jincy just on some recap
damn,
shit.
the Rams don't have their first pick until the
We
third.
traded ours. I think when you look at Coast and Loveland, this is what I was saying. My moral of the story with the thing with the first round is I think it's unique when you look at it because again, every team kind of did feel the need that they did if they didn't want to force it. And I only feel like one team forced it really, and that's the Titans. But I feel like the league kind of right now I'm looking at it like, damn, did the NFL tell them like, nah, somebody got to take a quarterback first?
Or no, well, the Titans said they was trying to trade down, and I don't think nobody was trying to trade down
And
for
that's what
them.
I'm saying. That's kind of crazy when you look at it like that. Is it like an NFL thing now where it's like, low key, you got the top pick, you got to take a
And you know
quarterback?
how every so many years, like there's a lot of like there's no room for quarterbacks no more. Like when you think about it, like it happened. I remember what draft was I watching? And it was like it's not. It was some good quarterbacks in the draft, and it was like I mean, ain't nobody really trying to draft one. Like the Packers got theirs. Jordan Love is decent. I mean, he's good. But I'm saying like Jordan Love.
I think the picks between the 49ers and the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys had a better pick than the 49ers. I think the 49ers continue to think that they're just going to pass rush everybody out of the world and like not actually improve at some of the positions that they need to. It's pretty interesting because I hope they don't think that Ricky Pearsall finna do nothing next year. They can stop with that. I think the Cowboys between the two of them, like the Cowboys for sure, I
Or
have more hope in
The
the Cowboys.
Commanders didn't have a pick in the first round either
I don't think so.
because I think they gave it up for
No, they did have a pick. We're gonna get to their pick in a second.
the
Actually, I just
Commanders
seen
did
them.
pick.
They had a pick. Your boy Kenneth Grant. Do you like that on that D line with Bradley Chubb and all of them? I don't know nothing about him
Um,
really. You saying earlier though that you thought he was better between the two of them, like Austin Spring.
well, I think Kenneth. I get a Mason Graham and then there's Kenneth. There's somebody Mason and there's Kenneth Graham. Are they got the same
It's
last name?
Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant.
That's what it is. Graham and Grant.
Yeah, Graham and
Graham,
Grant. Yeah.
he had a good year. He had more better production. Grant, but that's also because Grant was like, do you know how in a 4-3 system, like depending if they slide the line to the left or to the right, you might be the D tackle this play, you might be the nose the next play. depending on how they slide.
Mm-hmm.
Graham had more production, way more. He had more production. So they said Grant only had six sacks in his whole career. So and he played at Michigan for 3 years. So yeah, but I think Miami is the one where it's like because they lost their D tackle. They lost Christian Wilkins to the free agency, so they had to
Yeah.
get a D tackle. But I think Miami could have went corner.
No.
They could have went safety because
No.
they lost Holland too. They lost
But do you turn around and just draft some random nigga, Cam Ward, number one overall, for the sake of some kind of need you seeing, versus waiting and seeing and allowing the actual players to fall to you?
yeah, yeah.
Because again, I feel like sometimes you can't always, you shouldn't always
And Miami
just.
is the way Miami is set up. It's kind of weird. They don't need no more offensive players. Like unless you're gonna draft a center or something.
Mm,
Like you don't need no more offensive players. You maybe a tight end, but they got that covered. They kind of don't need nothing on the offense
no.
unless they was gonna trade Tyreek Hill to the Titans to the for the number one pick or some crazy shit. Then no.
And,
So
and see, I'll say this too. I'm gonna mention this real quick too, because we're gonna speed through a lot of these other ones. Because again, Tyler Booker, like I said, that's a good pick. Kenneth Grant, we just talked about this one. Tyler Warren, I'll say that going back up to the top of the list too. That 10-1. It's funny that he went after Colson Loveland. They talked about Tyler Warren like Colson Loveland was that man. Uh, but I
well,
feel like a lot
they
of
said they was
teams.
kind of surprised because Tyler Warren is like that Gronk. Because
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Warren is a legit 6'5", a legit 6'5" and three fourths, 6'6", 246.
And can run, can jump,
And can
athletic,
run
agile.
and can high point the ball. He had a 38-inch vert. Like they saying like if anybody turning the Gronk, it's gonna be Tyler Warren.
But again, though, I think you look at teams and they really did, except for what I feel like, again, for the most part, number one. Number nine, because with the who's y'all
Oh,
quarterback?
The Broncos picked Jaheed Barron from Texas.
Yeah, Jade Barron. But again, I feel like Tyler Warren is a good pick for your boy who you don't like, Anthony Richardson, because it's a good threat that you can throw the ball to
No, yeah, and
easily.
he's a big body. He has a big catch radius. Also and that's also another reason why I think they're gonna give him another year. The Indianapolis had the worst tight end efficiency in the league. They tight end was terrible. They tight end was running downfield, falling, picking his pants up, getting blew off the ball when he was trying to block. Didn't know which way to turn. Was running the out route instead of an in route. Like they tight end was like room was just terrible. And on top of that, when you think of Indy,
Mm.
they need a solid tight end. Indy, there should be no reason why Indy don't have a good tight end.
Exactly though, and it is important. I think that's what I'm saying. Like I will look at this and I'm saying like I feel like I'm starting to see though that again with all of this shakeup, like you text me, like what the fuck is going on? Teams went and got what they needed to and didn't feel forced to. Again, they kind of just let the Titans be forced into the number one overall pick and doing whatever they had to do. Again, I think the Titans just felt like they had to take a quarterback because that's what niggas say you're supposed to do with the number one overall pick. I
I
don't even
think the
think they
Steelers
went
not.
too.
I also think the Steelers not getting Shador at 21 means that
The Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers it just ain't said nothing yet, or he don't want to be in the media right now. But
So do you think for the Indianapolis quarterback situation, do you think that they should still take a quarterback in the next round, in the second round? Do you think they should go second round quarterback or third round quarterback?
Indy,
Hmm.
when you have two quarterbacks who are athletic and can run in the open field,
Who the second one?
they got Daniel Jones.
Okay.
So Daniel Jones,
Okay, so
even
this is a third quarterback. Okay.
yeah.
So
So they
now, so hence why they took Tyler Warren. We actually don't need to force a quarterback right now.
man, who you think? Where you think Shador going, man? I don't
Okay.
know. Let
Before
this
we
be
get to that, before we
it's
get to that, who was the
almost
best
1 o'clock.
who was the I know who you think the best D lineman in the draft was so I can get up out of here.
The best D
So far
lineman,
pick, the best D lineman pick so far.
the best D lineman pick so far
Because
is
honestly, we ain't got to get to Shador. We ain't gonna get to Shador till he get got. Shador ain't a part of the first round. We talking about niggas drafted, not niggas who sitting on at the house
the
in the club.
49ers. The 49ers. Michael. I think he's the best D lineman.
Okay.
He's a run stopper defensive end, which is really good.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah,
Like
no,
a Michael.
he
They
like
said like
that.
a Michael Brockers, like a run stop DN, which is you. He's like a traditional like Greg Hardy uh, run stop first and then pass rush second DN. A run stop DN that can really stop the run is really important.
Fact.
So I think he And then Jalen Walker. I mean Jalen Walker, but I think Michael was better because he was just they were saying that's why they picked him. Because it's like you don't really get most DNs now be either like on some Brian Burns stuff, they be some Abdul Carter stuff, but he's like a throwback stop the run defensive end. Like I
Okay.
mean, he's a DN. They're gonna line up on the tight end side, and he's gonna be in there battling, trying to not to get washed.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely have to check him out. I like the pick from Texas A&M because I liked how at one point I heard Mike McCarthy kind of talk about the fact that he always like they were talking about him always being in the position to make the kill for the sacks and shit like that, but he don't get a lot. And he was talking about how you could coach that, and him having being basically like a 5'2" D lineman is pretty crazy. I like that pick.
Not to mention,
Um,
same measurements as as Miles Garrett.
exactly.
Don't say
Uh,
don't say it too loud though. Don't
no
let the
facts.
Bengals.
Don't let the Bengals hear.
Don't let they from the same school too. And
Look,
Miles Garrett is
okay.
his mentor.
Uh,
Don't
look,
don't.
look. Okay, so let's hit these wide receivers real quick. Pause. Do you think there's a receiver that you could have replaced in the first round with another?
Yeah, Luther Burden. Luther Burden should have replaced Atheror McMillan.
Damn, to the Panthers at number 5, number
Yes,
8.
yes.
Okay.
For what?
Uh,
But I take that back because Bryce Young is small. He needs a bigger receiver. I'm pretty sure they're gonna probably get him another big target because he needs some bigger targets.
mhm,
So his like the catch rate is so he don't have to like throw the ball super pinpoint accurate every time.
mhm. Yeah, he could
Like
kind of just put it out there like on some Baker Mayfield to Mike Evans shit.
right. So but Luther Burden should have went up in the first round somewhere.
No cap. I'll say Mike. I'm gonna say Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden, but his tape is one of those things. It's like he might be. I don't know.
But
He
again,
ran a
like I gotta go
he
watch.
ran a
I gotta go.
4.28 or whatever. He really might be like on some Tyreek shit, and we don't know. Like
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I got really gotta go watch the tape on him though, because again, for me, I
watch
just
his junior year tape, not this year.
again, my thing is this: how the fuck did they cover Texas though in the playoffs and shit? How did Texas end up looking that crazy? Again, that's why Ken Ewers fell all the way out of the first round though. Because if this nigga could get drafted number 23 overall, and you had another receiver that just got drafted,
The two teams that had the Texas had the most issue with was the teams with the best front seven. Like Georgia, Texas O line was good, and Georgia's D line was just relentless and beating their ass.
but
So
again, hence why I don't necessarily understand what is this gonna do for the Packers. Y'all issue is not wide receivers. That's what I'm saying. Like people again, my bad. The Titans ain't the only team that ended up getting fucked into some stupid shit. Cause see, he announced for the first time since 2002, the Green Bay Packers select some shit that they don't need. They got 5, 6 receivers already. Now again, they gonna say, all right, somebody gonna get paid, niggas gonna leave free agency, but nah, yeah. I'm with Matthew Golden because again, the Packers didn't need him. I like your pick too, though. Your pick was good. Luther Burden for sure should have been in the first round. So you'll take Luther Burden, put Luther Burden in, and I'll
Luther
take
Burden
Matthew
should have went to
Golden.
the Patriots. Like they talking about they picked the left tackle. The Patriots
Yeah,
Drake May.
they picked short arm Taylor Lewan. I don't know about that either. Mike Vrabel trying to act like Mike Vrabel trying to convince everybody of all this shit. I don't think that's the lineman to have taken with that spot.
And now, honestly, I know Restrepo is your homie, but you need to tell them to go get Luther Burden in the second round. I know that's your homie,
Cause that nigga
Restrepo.
running a 4.8, low key ain't getting away from nobody. Yeah, he not.
I know
Mm.
Restrepo gonna still get picked in.
Damn, Chris. Okay, hold on. So my review of picks in the first round is crazy. It's Cam Ward, Will Campbell. Because again, even like Mimbu from Missouri, low key, like they probably could have moved him up.
Man, when I say remember, I like damn near saw myself.
Man, yeah, I don't understand how they put Will Campbell. Okay, so Will Campbell, Cam Ward,
Yeah, I don't. I think they just liked Will Campbell.
they did. They liked the whole little spiel, the clips and everything. Remember, I sent you one of the videos. You was like, "Yeah, that's cool, but whatever, nigga." Okay.
But Will Campbell
Lastly,
did hold his own in the SEC. Like he it's that's my whole thing. Like it's not like Will Campbell played for Georgia Tech or
Boise
something.
State.
Not even just Georgia Tech. Like like he played in the SEC and he held his own. He did good. Like
It's not like he played in the
he
ACC.
didn't give up sacks like that. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't. They told him his short arm. They said Joe Burrow had a size 2 hand. They said he could barely hold a burger.
I mean,
Now,
hey. I will say this though. Last year tape, I would definitely go back and watch last year tape. They quarterback this year sucked though. So again, why is that?
oh, you talking about LSU quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, go last
Oh,
year.
I didn't see that, but I did see that. Uh huh.
He was protecting what's the called blind side. Blind side.
Hey, damn.
Yeah, if he was a senior
Jaden
last
Daniels
year, he
mobile
probably would
though.
have got drafted higher because he was.
Jaden Daniels mobile though, so technically you don't get as much credit for protecting a nigga who could take off and run blindside. I need to give you. I want to know what you did when the nigga came
He
in.
only gave up like 3 sacks against the quarterback that was not moving like that.
The nigga still sucked though. Giving up the sacks is one thing. Again, a quarterback who can't throw gonna throw the ball anyway. Jackson Dart at 25. What'd you feel about that?
He got drafted.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at this thing right now. I forgot about
Oh,
this.
I didn't
Yeah,
even. I didn't watch the draft then.
bro, he got drafted number 25.
To where?
The Giants.
And they said,
No, I mean Russell. They say Russell Wilson is a starting quarterback. Brian Daboll did, but we know Brian Daboll's slow too. So
man,
the Falcons had 2 picks in the first round.
yeah, the Falcons, and that's another one. I was concerned because I was thinking the Falcons. They took D line, which is what they need. They said they haven't had a double digit sack person since Vic Beasley. Like my thing is,
And how the fuck he did that? He weighed 80 pounds and I weigh 5.
Listen, Vic Beasley plays for like the Carolina Battlehawks right now. So my thing is, they needed a D line. Atlanta might get a. They should low key draft another. I think they had the least amount of sacks last year in the whole league. So they low key need 2 levels. Probably need to draft some type of outside linebacker and another D tackle.
Yeah.
Like Grady Jarrett, been there for 10 years, 20 years. Like that's cool, but go get you another linebacker. Go get Brian Banks again.
Didn't he leave?
Brian Banks from the movie.
No, shut up, nigga. I'm talking about Grady Jerry. Ain't he on the Bears?
Yes,
See?
that's another thing. The Bears, I don't know. The Bears got a high second round pick. It's a lot of good players still left. No, if the Bears get Luther Burden because he could do what Keenan
We
Allen could
thought
do.
he could do what they were talking
Well,
about Keenan Allen doing.
Keenan Allen's a free agent, so
He gonna stay that way too.
yeah, he might end up somewhere. I feel like he could end up like on Seattle or some shit, or they need like Cooper Cup and Keenan Allen, like just some shit.
Okay, coming in the morning or coming in tomorrow, we got Browns, Texans, Titans, Browns, Raiders, Patriots, Bears, Saints, Bears. Okay, the Bears gonna do something with them 2 picks. I would expect.
The Bears could take both of them and go to the first pick of the third round or the second round.
Jets, 49ers, Cowboys at the 12th pick of the second round.
Don't
Colts,
Luther Burden is not
Rams.
leaving past the Bears second pick. They somebody up in there is getting Luther Burden. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not the Bears because the Bears need that receiver that could kind of
The
take.
Texans low key might take Luther Burden, brother. They don't have no fucking receiver. They need a tackle too though.
They need a tackle,
Yeah,
and
the Texans are gonna take a receiver within one of their 2 picks though. They either gonna take a receiver with the 26th pick, or they're gonna take a receiver with the excuse me with the 34th pick, or with the 58th pick. But I think I don't know. I don't think we got anything else we need to touch on right now.
yeah. So
We
that's
kind
what's
of we
going.
kind of just we kind of just keeping it
That's what's
light.
going on, man. The second round is going to be the most interesting in this draft, which is crazy.
The Eagles took a corner, the fastest corner in the draft. Yeah, the Eagles is cheating though. The Eagles is like niggas need to stop this with them. Can you niggas take some good players, please? Because the fact that the Eagles, well, I don't know if that's who they took. Who the fuck did the Eagles take? They
I
take a
didn't.
corner.
It's crazy because this year I didn't watch the draft like that.
Me neither. Okay. The
Eagles,
Eagles.
the
Oh, okay.
Eagles. Who did they pick?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they got it. They got Jahad Campbell.
That's crazy.
You hear me?
Yeah, he's good.
So the Eagles is like we only take SEC players,
Basically, yeah. Like they like, yeah, we just gonna be able to build the SEC All Stars every year.
but that's cool and everything. But the best teams be teams when they be having like a mix of everybody. Like the Chiefs is and the Chiefs and the damn 49ers is like Big
Mm-hmm.
10, Big 12.
But again, I think that is an interesting thing. Like basically them just being like, all right, well, the way we gonna get away with the fact that we
Oh,
actually can't.
Amari Hampton
Yeah,
went
he
in the
went in the
first round.
first round to the Chargers too. I don't get that either. No, actually, the back end of the first round had some crazy ass picks because
Oh,
I
I didn't watch none of this.
yeah, me neither.
I have it on playing on in the background.
Yeah, no, I didn't see none of them picks neither. I
But
was surprised.
he isn't with that offense. He is gonna get the ball.
Yes, a lot.
So I think Jim Harbaugh is like, we just need fresh backs in here
No, literally in just a rotation of them hoes for real.
because he gonna get the ball.
Of
He had
course.
16. He had 1,600 yards last year. He was third in college behind
Yeah.
Genty, and I don't know who the second dude was.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Who the nigga in number two?
That's good for him. He got drafted out of North Carolina. That's what's up though. And they said he built like Zeke though, like he a bigger dude.
Mm, he like 6'1".
Um, and then here the Packers. So yeah, this is the Packers, and now Packers about to get Matthew Golden. Okay,
Yeah.
how tall is Matthew Golden?
Let me look.
The Packers is my sleeper team, man. Matt
But
LaFleur is good.
what?
I got the Packers making it, maybe not to the Super Bowl. I gotta see the schedules.
He's 6 feet. You know all these receivers these days are 6 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, man. I ain't got the Packers for shit. That sound crazy, man. Just because they just
that's
drafted
because
their nigga.
more kids. First of all, before we end this, you seen Gilbert Arenas' son?
Yeah, man. Damn, Chris. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you because I did want to briefly talk about that or something though, and I did see that, and that was really really sad actually because
I don't.
I'll
I
be
think
watching
he
Gil's
must
Arena
have.
show all
He
the
must have
time.
got scared and stepped on the because those cars like Teslas are so can pick up speed so fast. He must have either got scared and stepped on the gas or something. But he hit the tree hard as fuck, and they put him in an induced coma.
Hmm.
But Gilbert Arenas said he gonna be alright. He committed to USC, but I'm like, damn, niggas be moving around in LA. Like last year, like Bronny, something happened to him. He's committed to USC. Like just moving around in LA as an 18-year-old, like you kind of need a chaperone.
Kinda, definitely need a chaperone.
I mean, Gilbert
Grown
Arenas
niggas
is
need a
living
chaperone
on.
in LA, man.
He had one. I mean, he collapsed at practice, which is why he survived, and they took him straight to because USC has a medical center.
Mhm.
If Bronny was out somewhere trying to get some coochie or something, or he was trying to on the back streets trying to, you don't think Bronny, you know Bronny hit some missions. You know Bronny was somewhere he wasn't supposed to be. You know Bronny one night was in Long Beach talking to some girl with waist beads
Don't bring up the waist beads. I'm not a fan of waist beads right now,
on them
man.
late night missions. If that it happened then it's like the whole world would have changed. LeBron probably would have said, you know what,
I'm a monk now.
huh?
I'm a monk now,
I think LeBron would have cut his hair bald,
and got an orange little monk shawl wraps it
and
in.
LeBron would have been like, yeah, I ain't playing no more. On some real Michael Jordan shit, like how the Michael Jordan dad got popped. So we glad that didn't happen. But
Yeah, very glad that didn't happen. I mean, shit. I guess as far as I mean, we done, but I mean, shit. We talked about the Saints pick. Nobody gives a fuck. We don't know what they doing. We talked about the Titans.
oh, Derek Carr said if he don't get paid, he gonna have elective surgery that he been holding off. So
Bye, Derek
basically,
Carr.
like,
Derek Carr, go sit your bitch ass down. Spencer Rattler, get in here, nigga. Derek Carr, man, shut this. Why does nigga want to be gangster now? Now, when niggas was dissing you, Michael Thomas was dissing your ass on wax. You didn't have shit to say. Now you talking about you want to have elective surgery and act like a gangster. Shit your bitch ass down.
Michael Thomas really just went into obscurity.
Got the bag. When you from LA, man, all you got to do is get a little bag, man. You got that house and shit. You straight after that.
Get you a bag or get you a house. Me personally, like if I get the one bag and I have one chance to buy a house anywhere in LA, like, I'm gonna really do I'm gonna look at Ladera and be like, okay, but then I'm like, I want to be kind of more in the cut though. I might move a little, not LA, but I might move a little further out. I might move to like Oxnard or something
All
because they
right,
got
this is he said Oxnard. No, for
beach
real,
houses
bro.
over there too.
No, you right.
Is Malibu adjacent?
All right, this is my finger is on the end button. We just gonna give a grade, pass or fail, or you give an A, B, whatever to each of these teams on the list. Jacksonville
Okay,
Jaguars, grade
pass A.
A. Raiders,
Pass B, solid B, like an 82.
Panthers.
C plus because they C plus because they
Okay.
could have went a little different ways.
I think they're gonna have a little Mike, what is it? Devontae Smith and AJ Brown situation. They're gonna be like, oh nigga, this nigga on the slant, this nigga going deep, this nigga on the post, this nigga do a
Except
comeback.
Xavier Leggett is not the technician. Anyway,
First of all,
next.
that's why they're gonna keep that for Terratoa and for Adam Thielen, and he gonna do all that get off me shit, the Debo shit, the DK Metcalf shit. Jets,
Uh,
they
who did
took a
just?
tackle, Mimbu from Missouri.
I like Mimbu. Mimbu actually remind me of myself if I played O line. I'm
Oh,
just gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a. I'm gonna give him an A because they didn't mess it up either.
okay, Titans. Answer what you want to answer. Don't think about what the fuck I'm gonna say. My hating ass next.
I'm gonna say the Titans. I'm gonna say the Titans got an A based off of like the situation. Like, what else was they gonna do?
Pick somebody else.
You only could get one nigga. Like they need about 10. The Titans should have been like the Titans should have been the first team to turn the first pick into 10 picks that's consecutive.
Again, they could have turned around it, but again, this is why they had to take him because they couldn't trade him. They couldn't trade the pick. Saints,
And F. And I'm saying that not because you. I'm just like, because what are y'all doing?
Jags, I give you an A. Raiders, I give you an A too because I forgot that they got the tight end and that they got Geno Smith and they got Pete Carroll. So I'm gonna get that a
And they got
Panthers.
Chip Kelly
Yeah, they got that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They did that's that team worst
with
to as to class list, low key.
with Genty. So
The Panthers.
a B, a B.
Yeah, because I believe in Bryce Young. So I'm gonna give it a B because I think he's gonna be able to navigate that too. Like, and that's a West Coast flavor kind of receiver to give with him. So they got a little vibe. Mimbu, I know you gave it an A because you said he reminded you of you. But for me, fuck it. We gonna invest in Justin Fields. I'm gonna give it a C. Just
Yeah,
cause no, I only give it a C just because again, I don't necessarily believe in the Jets. So sometimes it's like nigga, who y'all picking? The Titans,
you said that already.
we gonna give can I give it an inconclusive?
It's inconclusive because what if the Titans in the second round get Luther Burden and then they turn around and
Yeah.
still get uh I don't even
They
know
got
who
to
else
build more of a team. Before I'm gonna say anything about them, no, they got to build more of a team. But just off top right now, Cam
they get
Ward's fucked.
Harold Fanning Jr.
That's gonna be that. That'll be like a little Delaney Walker.
Now, so like that's still out there. So let's put incomplete on
You
them.
said Burton. All right, and then the Saints 0. Uh, Burton, Fanning. Any other dream picks for the Titans?
I think the Saints gonna rock with.
What about any other picks for your boy? As we getting out of here, as I finna hit this button for your boy Caleb. I know you on Cam Ward now, but shit,
I think
I got more faith in his career still than I got in Cam Ward, straight up.
I actually watched Caleb Williams season highlights and then I watched his season lowlights. His lowlights was because literally all because he held the ball too long. That
I
was
know,
literally it.
but you know that also
His highlights was
him balling.
not the ones of him running, like the ones where he stayed in the pocket. He has a strong arm. He has
No,
a
he can
strong
do it.
torque.
Yes,
No, like
yes.
like when he stepped into the ball, like when he was throwing it,
Hmm.
the defenders was like maybe a foot away from the ball, and the ball was like going by him.
No, yeah, that's for sure.
So
I don't think Cam Ward got that either.
he got
Ooh,
like a
that's a
Jay
good
Cutler.
conversation.
He got Caleb Williams got like a Jay Cutler arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay, we gonna come back to that this weekend. Cam Ward versus Caleb Williams. Because again, see, this is the actual conversation. First round pick quarterback, even though I said that again, he was a little made up and that they pumped it up. A nigga that I look at
or like CJ Stroud versus Jaden Daniels.
I look at
CJ too.
I look at Cam Ward a little more like Zach Wilson, no cap. Daniel Jones, no cap. Like a nigga that they just telling us good. But Mitchell Trubisky, no cap. And niggas gonna be like, damn man, you slept on all these niggas and y'all could have picked them. Like you said, they need 10 niggas. Chris said they need 10 niggas. All right, we done. Chris said the Titans need 10 niggas.
Consecutively. Like the NFL need to have some type of expansion pack where they be like, oh, we gave you the whole back end of the third round. You got 10 picks in a row. Please build your
The
whole
nigga said they need consecutive picks for 10 straight picks. This is crazy. They suck. They really suck. I didn't realize they had got the pick
and
to
I don't
like
know how did they let the team get that back?
and niggas just drafted. That's what I'm saying. Like niggas don't give a fuck about dark
They
skinned
had
black
Derrick
people.
Henry and they had AJ Green.
And they had old dude, I think Shire who knocking niggas out. I think that's where he started. No, he may have started in the 49ers.
Yeah, they really said rebuild. Now, in my opinion, it's gonna take them. Don't sleep on Archman and no, actually no, because they just picked.
That's what I'm saying, bro. No, he didn't. No. Yeah, Chris, they don't care. What do you mean they don't care? They just pick Will Levis the same way, and in a year and a half, 2 years and a half, 2.5 years, they gonna look, man.
They doing
Niggas,
like Josh Rosen.
niggas in the NFL, like I said, Chris, that's how we gonna finish this going into the next round. Because Jackson Dart pick was a very interesting one for Russell Wilson, because niggas is setting him up for failure. Quarterback failure is an actual currency in the NFL. Niggas keep their jobs, niggas get jobs on networks, all that shit by quarterbacks failing. And right now, I'm bothered because I'm not a Cam Ward fan, but I do feel like Cam Ward was set up to fail now. So in order to boost somebody up, because the first thing it's gonna be is well, he's not like Cam Ward. Cam Ward was crazy. He believed in himself so much, but he wasn't that good. Yeah, this is why we
Are
need to
you
take Arch
saying Cam
Manning.
Ward is giving like Jamarcus Russell?
What I'm saying is it's
No, no, no,
irrational.
not
No,
Jamarcus.
no,
Because
no, no. I'm not
Jamarcus
saying
Russell
that. Nah,
just
I think it's the same guy that he's with. I think it's Zach Wilson for sure. When again they saying that he gonna save some shit that's low key unsavable, and then when he don't save it, they gonna destroy this nigga. Who the offensive coordinator over there that you can trust with the Titans? We don't know. Who the second skill player that they gonna throw the ball to that's really finna be scoring 10 touchdowns a season? We don't know. Who the running back? We don't know. Who the tight end? We don't know yet. They gonna draft all these niggas in the first round, and all these rookies gonna be competing for rookie of the year and Cam Ward too? That sound crazy. So it's like, damn, bro, they kind of fuck my nigga over, and I don't even fuck with him like that.
yeah.
Because again, that's the third best team in the division. The Colts got better with their first overall pick. They got Jonathan Taylor still got Quentin Nelson.
And Houston is still gonna be Houston. CJ Stroud really go out there and like on some on some Tom Brady shit and just operate the offense and just win.
And
So
again, they're gonna take a tackle. They're gonna take a wide receiver. And then you got the Jaguars. They just took Travis Hunter, so they got a two-way player and a receiver just got 1,200 yards. Cam Ward coming in there talking about, yeah, I got Tyler Lockett. Okay, again, that's what I'm saying. Like they set my nigga up for failure, and then
even
Shador
so
gonna fall, so
even
he's
the
gonna
so
end up in
saying
a perfect situation.
even if they turn around and get Luther Burden and turn around and get
How many niggas can? That's what I'm
Harold
saying.
Fanning Jr.
You
You
gotta
got
hit
all
like
so
the
you know what I'm
'70s
saying? Like
Steelers
you got all these rookie
who
pieces.
gotta get paid.
It's not even that. It's just like a team where the whole core is rookies. Like, how far are you gonna go?
And then you got to pay these niggas too. I feel like again, like on some knowing how the NFL work and knowing that they do love Dion, like even though the Dion is scoring by like hater coaches and shit like that, the league got him. I feel like Shador gonna end up in a perfect ass situation. I thought the Rams was gonna pick Shador for a second. I ain't
A
gonna cap.
perfect. What's the perfect situation? The Seattle,
Perfect situations for Shador. Um,
the Niners, but that's not.
Steelers. Yeah, San Fran.
Not, but unless it's
Rams.
he asked for 600 million and they say hell no,
Yeah, they say hell the fuck no.
and then
Dallas.
but I feel like the Colts would turn around and give it to him because they and then
Oh, the
that's funny.
Saints.
Um,
Mm,
yeah, but Derek Carr seemed like not the person I like. Derek Carr is very nice, seemed like I wouldn't want him in the quarterback room. I kind of want him gone,
yeah, but you got to deal with it for a little bit though, so there ain't no choice.
or maybe a really good pick place for Shador would be the Browns.
No, I ain't. I haven't got past that either. That's definitely possible. You want that so bad.
I do, because then I can see
You just
him
want to see the
playing.
Browns in them ugly ass uniforms do good. They look
I
like shit. They suck. Like let's
I
get
just want
the
to see Shador versus Lamar twice a
why.
year.
I ain't gonna lie. On Shador best day, he can't fuck with that nigga Lamar, man. What you mean?
I want to see Shador and Deshaun Watson in the press conference, and
They finna slap box for who gonna start each week, nigga.
Deshaun Watson is like, yeah, I think
Nah,
Shador,
man.
me and Shador go to the same jeweler,
Nah,
and then
nah,
Shador.
nah. Steve and Deshaun Watson got a slap box for honor of like tall, light skinned niggas with a Caesar. And I hope Steve win because we gotta erase Deshaun Watson shit. Like we just gonna change Deshaun Watson whole name, everything, all his information to Steve Washington. Like, and then we just gonna change it all out. Like, cause Deshaun Watson, like at this point, he making it bad for tall niggas with a Caesar that look like that.
But I put him in a Nick Cannon category. That's just me though.
Steve
That's just
or
me.
or Deshaun Watson.
Nick Cannon.
He more Nick Cannon than Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
No, yeah, for sure. He for sure is more Nick Cannon than Deshaun Watson.
Yes. Like Deshaun Watson really a weirdo.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want Steve to slapbox that nigga. Because again, you walk down in the street, niggas be like, "Oh, is that Deshaun?" Nah, man, this ain't Deshaun Watson, nigga. This Nick Cannon.
Or I'll be telling Steve like, or he could be what's that Muslim dude with the
Reza
guy?
Islam.
Yeah, that's like when he on
Man,
his
hey,
TV.
come on, man. Shout out to niggas that got good, except for Deshaun Watson. They got good, successful black doppelgangers that are good, successful black men, man. We root for that in 2025. We tired of niggas looking like shoot 'em up, wop wop, man. Man, you look like shoot 'em up, doot 'em up.
You look like NBA young boy.
Horrible.
Listen, man. Shout out to the Bears. Shout out to the Vikings picked a guard. They picked a guard from Ohio State, Donovan Jackson, a big dreadhead dude that looked like one of the dude off shot us like in the back.
Bumbleclot.
He really a big like lock dude with locks. Like
He's
and
a big ass
he,
Jamaican.
he was a left tackle for Ohio State, so he didn't give up no sacks. So he
He mean business.
excuse me, sorry, he was starting left guard.
Oh yeah, he mean
Excuse
good
me.
business.
Yeah, so and they showing him like pancaking niggas from Oregon.
Now niggas getting thrown out of the club on the highlight tape. He said, "This is why he getting drafted."
They said that the Rams.
Yeah, we traded our pick with the Falcons.
Yeah, I know. They said the Rams had the 26th pick, and the Rams might have took him because they said he's a good. They said he's a good guard, but he could have moved to center.
He was at 25.
He got picked at 24.
Okay, that's why the Rams traded out.
Yeah, because the Rams don't need no more trenches, niggas. They might need one more nigga for the trenches. They might need one more O lineman that could be like the sixth lineman that could just move somewhere when somebody get hurt,
For D
and
line,
or maybe linebacker, like you said, like
man, I
maybe
told you we need Harold Perkins.
he's
Like
still
right
there.
now,
They
right
still
now,
good.
right now, to me, that's like a perfect pick for the Rams. Like what? I might go steal him early just so don't nobody get him and ready for him to get healthy in 2 years.
Oh damn, that's 1-5, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm finna hit this button on this